Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of my gameplay series based around my Ice Elf build that I wanted to play out since a pretty long time. So we are playing here a dark culture based around cryomancy, and the whole idea behind this run is I want to go into the whole ice transformation thing. I never tried out how powerful it is actually, therefore we're playing a normal difficulty run here, and we're playing that pre-made tier 1 realm, which has a disdain for evil, because I felt like we're going to be the evil guys who want to drench the entire world in ice. I personally love the cryomancy theme, and I want to feature it a little bit because I figured it is very, very cool, pun intended, once you got behind it. So we have a custom-made faction here. So I went for an elfkin skin just because I felt like ice elves would be a pretty cool thing. We also went for quick reflexes, which makes our units really well defended against ranged attacks. I love this with the dark faction. Gonna explain in a hot minute why. And we also are running Arctic adaptation, partially because it fits into the theme, also because I want to find out how cool that is once you have access to the tier 3 Tomes spell, which can transform the entire world into ice. I went with a faction that has access to summoning units very, very easily, and access to cheap roster units. So here I picked this mainly because of the minus 20% unit upkeep. The rest is also pretty useful, especially more powerful tier 1 units is always a nice thing on the Dark Culture, because these guys have a pretty kick-ass tier 1 roster. It's pretty... I found this mixture pretty nice. This slot is variable, but since I want to go for a magic-y way, I felt like this is a pretty cool thing to have more summoned units there. So we're starting out with the Ice Coffin spell. I love this thing, so I'm going to illustrate why. I will either go for the victory path of annihilating everybody or doing a boring old magic victory. I'm not sure about that yet. It all depends on how easy it'll be to access our enemies here. So there's lots of freebies lying around here, so let's access these first. So there we go, a Dread Spider Hatchling. I love it. We already got ourselves a first unit. I like unit rewards a lot because these are always very, very helpful. Especially these hatchlings. They are pretty fun because they turn into pretty powerful units if you foster them long enough. Is will transform into a tier 3 unit, so it's pretty good to put our money into the bank with that guy. He also comes with low maintenance costs, so what's not to like about him? Just 4 gold for a pretty generic poisoning fighter unit, but why not? I do like what I got here, so let's see. This spot looks pretty nasty, but it's actually only 250 manpower. Huh. It's a lot of people, but not too powerful. As a matter of fact, this is actually more dangerous than that one. But don't believe only those numbers. It's very easy to miscalculate these things. Oh, helmet. Because, you know, numbers, they do matter. The numbers advantage does matter. Oh, by the way, I missed to mention, I configured my hero to have a Staff of Spirit, because the Dark Faction is lacking supporters, and this is one of my favorite ways of mitigating that issue, because, you know, you have at least one supporter then in your ranks. So let's get started with a workshop. Personally love that a lot to speed up everything, and we're going to buy ourselves Scout. I don't know. I'm going for the strategy by now a lot because it feels like it always pays off. Lesser Snow Spirit, hell yeah. So that's a very, very lucky start in terms of units. I love it. Especially since the Lesser Snow Spirit is exactly the guy that we're going to use later down the road. We can summon this dude with our own Cryomancy Tome, and this is one hell of a early skirmisher unit. So not only does he also evolve into something bigger, come on, behave, window. Jeez, I hate this pod. I think I need to check out which pod in the settings it is. So, because if you have that problem as well, you ought to look at that. Just the time. Yep, this one here. So, there we go. Let's try that. This is the thing you need. In case this bothers you as well, as much as it does me. Bother. I mean. So here, let's get back into what I wanted to show here. So here, it does evolve just like the spider into just a more powerful version of himself if we keep him alive. So hell yeah, this is a pretty nice start, and this is also enough fighting power that I feel like we're totally okay to go for that one first. I didn't feel okay with going for that one first a moment ago with just the 6 people that I started with, but this is looking pretty solid. Let's do this. Alright, so let's see what the auto combat would do out of that. It's actually not bad, but you know, such a fight is perfect to showcase what we're playing and why we're playing it. So here we go. I really gotta say, I love the battlefields of this game. They are outright amazing. So we got 3 units of skirmishers. These pop like this whole squad over there is extremely vulnerable. This fighter squad is the only thing that's more resilient over there. So we can easily get something through here. So we don't really have anything to do in the first turn. So let's start to have fun with some ice shackles here. So this is, oh, it has star blades, interesting. I'm even gonna go into the over channel, you know, that's why you have a Wizard King leader. So let's see, yeah, there we go. So now these fellas are not able to walk as far as they were before. We're also going to go full on chicken mode and fall back entirely. Especially when the numbers are against you and you have access to slow. This is just a way to go. So, let's go. We're going to eat some ranged attacks. I was well aware of that. Oh, it was only one. Nice. But the enemy was not really able to follow up decently, and now we can't pull off our own fun here. So, let's start with the important things first. That skeleton dude, I'm going to park him in here for now. So we're going to shoot first and smack after. This is pretty important for the Dark faction because now this guy gained regeneration. Our archers apply weakness, therefore it is always a good idea to shoot first because you have that call the weak thing going on all your melee units, and this makes them deal more damage against weakened guys, but also regeneration if you smack a weakened guy, and that's where things get interesting. So, our warlocks feature a darn high range, and here's the situation. Here's the first time that we're going to rely on the ice coffin, I'd say. So, I want to take out their oh gosh, 90%. Okay, never mind. I meant to take out their battle mage unit, but the chances were against me. Okay, then. Then we're going to rip apart these guys. So usually, like 90% of the time, you get those guys completely disabled with that move, and that's pretty powerful. So let's see. We didn't get the freeze in here either. Oh, well, we're a little bit unlucky this time, but that's okay. That can't happen. Now then, our hero, well, we're going to put on a healing spell on our skeletons. There we go. Sounds weird to heal the skeletons, but that's what we're doing. And they like it, okay? So here we go. And here's our Dread Spider Hatchling unit, and, well, let's see how this plays out. As long as the damage spreads across my units, everything is okay. This is a little bit of a harder fight, mainly because they have so many units. Usually, in the very early fights, you try to pick up with enemies that don't have too much manpower. So here, this is a good spot. My archers have free sight, 90% chance to hit that guy, and 3 shots. That's just what we need. I'm even gonna take out this entire squad here. We took more damage than I'd wanted to, but, well, at the end of the day, this is how it goes, you know? Alright, we're going to take that retaliation attack, that's okay for me. Because now we achieve two things. First off, we killed off that guy, but the battle mage is also pinned. This is what I wanted mostly there. So, let's see. Oh, their ranged attack is a cooldown. Oh, that's... I didn't even know that. Alright. Anywho, we're going to prepare that little fella here. So, there we go. And... one further... one more to go, and here we're going to attack that guy. Battle mage units, they don't have a retaliation attack, therefore we can go all in, even with vulnerable units. There we go, wonderful. I think this isn't too different from the result that the AI had, but, you know, this way I was at least able to showcase what we're doing here. At least the ice coffin thing didn't go off as I wanted it to. So this unit grants double the morale bonus to its allies when killing an enemy. Okay. Now, this is a little bit situational, but whatever. What's not situational were the 71 food that we gained. This is one speedy start, because that means we are going to be able to pick up another province right the next turn. This is really good. I like that. So, we're going to pick up in this arrangement the Frostblades. Frostblades are really amazing because they give you a bonus damage to frozen and slowed units. This isn't so far interesting, as the Dark faction comes always with the Ice Shackle spell, which slows units, so you have a pretty high synergy with Cryomancy and Dark per se. I like that. That's why I personally love to play Dark and Cryo together. It's pretty cool. I should stop calling it cool, though. The pun is a little bit lame, and it hurts my ears, okay? I'm giving my best. Promise. So, we got a brigand camp over there, and obviously the map's end as well. Alright. So, this is not really any spot where I want to settle down. That's okay, though. So, here at the beginning of this round, I am going a little bit more into manual control of my scouts. Usually I tend to let my scouts go for their thing automated. I'm going to train another one. I like these. So there's a brigand camp. Well, nothing too special. We can't take these guys down easily. So we got our first province. I'm going to take the one with food if I can, but I cannot, right? Well, then usually you have also one with iron in your vicinity. That's the one we're going to take here. So with the evil faction, we're going to go mainly for quarries. If I remember correctly, these were way to go for those fellas. And let's see, our dude is then here. So, oh, is this a freebie? Nah. So let's see, is this inside? No. Okay. Is this inside? No. So here we're a little bit stretched thin, but we can do both fights in one turn. This is a really lovely strategy that I found out recently. So let's see. Auto combat. Well, this is pretty okay. We have some damage on our skirmisher, but I'll take it like that. If I feel as if I am really not able to do it better than the AI, I often take the result. You know? Saves time. So, oh, whoopsie. But I miss... okay, I missed that one. Ah, well, whatever. It's not that horrible. I really thought that we would catch both in one turn. It was a short one, though. So there is the city of Nightwatch, and they have the same species like my dudes. This is a very, very lucky thing, because that means we can integrate that city later down the road, just like the friends and brothers and sisters they are. So we got ourselves here quite an interesting situation. I usually wouldn't rush for the experienced leader trait that much, but in the current situation I do. I have 2 units that can profit from this trait so much that I'm going to put them into the into the leader's squad ASAP, so they can grow under his supervision there. That's going to be really, really cool. Iron deposit. Okay, well, this would help our neighboring city. Do we really want to help our neighboring city? I really don't know. So, as a matter of fact, I'm not going to go further into the eastern direction because there's still so much adventure up here. We have explored our claim here, so let's leave it like that. Okay, so my shock warrior goes out, the spider goes in. And now we move that army on over there. And, well, nobody has extra movement points anymore. Dang it. I botched that one up. Okay, I could have done that more elegantly. Whatever. So it's going to take one more turn until we have access to these. So I want to plunder this area here because it looks way more promising. Way more promising. And let's see what my scout can check out here. Oh no, I'm silly. There was a gold stash there. Oh man. This is one thing that bothers me a tiny little bit. Sometimes, I don't know, is it only me, or are sometimes those stashes a little bit hard to perceive? I feel as if the game doesn't do that much of a brilliant job on that end. As much as I do love Age of Wonders 4, I feel like those stashes there are sometimes a little bit hard to catch visually. Anyways, enough of the excuses. So, we're going to put that guy outside the box here, and this guy will be here. So now we have the evolving units under the surveillance of our main hero. I think this is a great idea to get ourselves forward. Okay, now then, I don't think that I will beat too many heroes in the upcoming time, so I'm not going to buy that trade. This is pretty cool if you really go for a very early aggression route. I recently played one which worked out well. Oh, the pastures are being taken by the frozen dudes. I am always... Oh, here's another pasture. So I'm always a little bit underwhelmed by the Arctic start. I don't know. Doesn't feel like that much of an advantage. The biggest advantage is that my dudes can move so freely on that stuff, I guess. So we're going to go for the Dreadspire. I love the tier 2 Town Hall to have it as quick as possible. And look at us, we're picking up so many production points. Oh dear, you look like you're not too well. Sanguine the Atoner. Bloodied Halflings. Oh well. I'll give her a threatening welcome. We're the evil guys. My goodness, they really compete with the rank of being the evil guys here, but they're just feudal. All right, this is just Draculetta, mini Draculetta, I guess. All right, damn. I like this round already. So, Frostblights. We got that one. I love Frostblights. So, I guess we're going to go for the Enchanted Crow Companion, because as much as I'd like to have Brand of Wrath, I don't think this is just what I need. Okay, let's send that guy on Auto-Explore and grab that basic Seafaring, because, you know, we have that White Sea right next to us, so it's we're best off grabbing that. So we have Draculetta's forces right in our face even. Damn. I have the strong assumption that she's living underground, just as it is fitting for vampires. Good lord. What a weird scheme. So the worst part is that I'm really afraid that I might be losing my my brigand camp loot to this fair lady here, but luckily it looks as if she can't reach the hex there. Oh boy. But this guy can. Oh, dang it. I don't like what I see here. I really don't. So let's see if I can body block that situation at least a little bit. Fight or flight. So, well, I could gain a lot of city stability for that, but, well, no. So, also, no, I don't accept that outcome. Alright, so that halfling vampire lady, that's really freaking me out a tad bit. Teeny tiny tad bit. Jeez. Gotta say, this game is outright amazing when it comes down to random faction generation and stuff like that. Okay, well then, let's do our best. I don't think that the peace will last too long between the bloodied halflings and me, but this is really quite the opposite of a bad thing. I want to conserve my mana. I have so few crystals left. Don't want to waste them. So, and that's mostly because I don't really think that we're going to need too much of a help here. So, well, let's see. I can do quite a lot of shenanigans here. We can do a skirmisher attack. We can, of course, waste a lot of mana here as well. That's totally in the options there. So let's put our skeleton right there first, so my archers can move out of that enclosure there. So, well, let's go for them spidersies. Weaken them, so my shock troopers can deal their full damage on them. Oh, not bad. Not bad, not bad. So, well, I don't like what I see here so far. So we're going to try what our freezing dudes will do. 70%. Freeze resisted, but they are slowed. That's pretty okay. But they still can reach everybody, so we're not in the clear. So let's use the ice coffin here. There we go, frozen. So this is the point I was talking about. This frees me up to do so many other things. So now we can totally focus our attention on the shock troopers that we have over there. And besides, we can now also attack these guys for free. That's also another thing that I really love about this. So good. We have a leader. We can't put him there. Maybe if we get lucky. Oh yeah, we got that blind on him. This is so good about the standard item that you get on the standard supporter item. So, it gives you a pretty fair chance of totally denying the enemy their move there. Okay, so let's use our skirmishers to resolve that. And the rest is easy pickings. So, I think that was a pretty okay demonstration of Ice Coffin's versatility, and we're just getting started. It's a pretty, this is a really nifty spell. Alright, we got ourselves quite a nice stash of mana. I love it. Alright, so yeah, just like I hoped, my first scout went underground. And oh boy, I wonder if this wasn't exactly what I thought it was by stepping over there. Alright, so you really gotta compete with the AI around these. So I'm happy that I got it, because, oh, wait a sec, I don't have that stuff ready right now. Okay, too bad. Oh well, let's pick up that. You know, if you have the Call of Chaos available, it's pretty useful to buy that just before you clear your first infestation. But we don't. It is that early. Okay, so let's see. What does the auto combat spit out? Quite a lot of damage on my dread spiders. I don't like it. Okay, so what do we have here? Some shockers, fighters, skirmishers. Alright, this shouldn't be too hard. Gotta say, this is by far one of the most fun parts about this game. And that's pretty important because you're spending a lot of time here. Okay, so we got those guys here. We're going to put some ice shackles on them here again. I like to do that because this breaks up the enemy formation quite decently. So here I'm just stepping one grid back and let them come even further. So here we go. There is the enemy. Well, that looks pretty decent. So we're going to do the weakening thing on these guys. Their shock troopers are so exposed, that's bad for them. You don't want that situation. You really want to have your shock troopers on the enemy before they get attacked. So this way we totally took any advantage of the enemy. So, there's a 5-point retaliation incoming. So, we are going to use our support hero here a little bit. Come on. Let's use that temporal HP thing. Bam. There we go. This way I can use my spider Z's so they don't need to worry any. They don't need to be worried about anything. So, we got here these guys open, and I don't like it. So, we're going to ice coffin the skirmishers. And I'm going to use the Sundering Curse on these guys so they get weakened and really worn down. The Warlock's Sundering Curse is such a powerful spell. Here we go. Now, that was all they could muster. There we go. Yeah, we spent some mana, but I always feel like if your spending of mana is averting damage from your troops, it's always worth it. Because this way, my troops are totally ready. We could totally go in the face of Dracoletta here. So we got a Thunderburn mount. Okay, Thunderbird. Okay, that's fun. I mean, it's mostly fluff, but, the staff is making it incompatible. Alright, never mind. For this build, it would have been mostly fluff. That's what I meant to say. Alright, we could totally take her down. But the problem is we don't have any grievances against her, as far as I declare war without justification. And that wears down your Imperium gain so hard. I don't want to. We already took away from her what we could, and we're now going to retreat towards our homelands. This is a very, very uncomfortable situation to be in, though, because I'm living next door to this hostile leader, and I'm pretty sure she will stay hostile. Pretty sure. But this will be no good neighborship. No. Okay, so what can we build here? I think I want to have that shrine. Oh, I can't build in 0 turns. That's always the best thing, because my mana income did really make me sad at that point. So what's also making me sad is the fact that we really do have a hard time to find a second spot to found a city here. I usually like to rush towards the second city, but here, this is really not that easily possible. I don't see that happening anytime too soon. Nah. So we're going to go for a different approach then. So let's go for that wizard tower. It's a pretty good way to spend my mana. And I want to invest into another warlock because these guys are just amazing. So, a Horn of Plenty. All units heal 5 more each turn. Not bad. It's not insanely powerful, but it's one of those nice-to-have items. Hello there, Mr. Tiger. Okay. So, we're going to give them our nice and snarly welcome that we usually have, because we want to bury this world in ice. You know. And I'd say we're going to leave this session at that point. Oh, a hostile city. Perfect. So, yeah, we got a pretty small world here after all. I tuned it down to 4 players, so we have a little bit more dynamics, you know. But maybe I made it a little bit too small. I'm learning out of that. But, you know, this way this series won't go too long. Oh, boy. If you go for 3 players, this map is really horribly small. I had no clue. Whatever. This will be a fun one, though. So, yeah, I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy. I surely do. And we are going to continue next episode with a little bit more of that fun here. And oh, what is that? A magic missile wand? For what? 166 gold? Yeah, I'm buying that. This is a really, really good one. So, see you guys next time. Leave me a comment down below and leave me your impressions about this one. And if you have any ideas, wishes about future Let's Play series like that, I'm all ears. So, a thumbs up would be appreciated, consider subscribing. I'd be delighted to have you. And of course, a big thanks to the supporters of this channel. You make so many things possible. And if you want to find out more, check out Patreon, PayPal, and buy me a coffee, and I'd be very grateful. I'm also very grateful to have you around at this very late point of the game video. So I hope you have a fine day. See you soon.